Hey, YouTubers! Tubers! It's your boy Gabe with the Skeleton Crew. Kind of just been like doing my thing, living my life, trying to figure out my life. Yeah, it's been a minute for sure. Update. Got all the recording stuff, got the camera stuff figured out. No, I didn't get the camera stuff figured out, but that's okay. I will figure that out. Big news. My sister got engaged. So yay, congrats you guys. That's amazing. Now it's just me that's gotta sign that marriage license and walk down the aisle. So stuff and things have been happening. Went to dinner with the fam the other day. I mean, yeah, I didn't make it to my cousin's wedding. Depression will do that to you. And I didn't want to bring everybody's mood down and tell them why I was depressed. So I figured I'd just stay home. So I did. What I wanted to kind of bring up and kind of speak about, I guess, is feeling like you don't fit in. Feeling like things don't quite make sense. Ever since I was little, I've always felt like I didn't really belong anywhere. Even in my own family, I always felt like I was the odd one out, always. And it was for a good reason. I didn't realize that I was transgender when I was growing up depressed. And kind of just being passed along. Nobody ever wanted to deal with me, especially my mom. My dad himself, he's on the spectrum, so he didn't fully understand how to help me either. And it was just a constant uphill battle back and forth with my mother and I. We just constantly butted heads. I don't want to go off on a tangent here about my mother. She had me when she was 18, and we just couldn't ever get close. She couldn't ever understand me. And growing up now, I know why she didn't understand me, and I know why I essentially scared the living daylights out of her. It's because I have autism and my other siblings don't. And having to deal with a kid that has autism when your other 3 kids don't is show and a half to have to deal with, especially if your partner also is on the spectrum, but you don't know that he is on the spectrum and you just think he's lazy and a deadbeat, but he's not. Full disclosure, my dad is amazing. He's very supportive. Earlier than that, 3 years ago, I would say, maybe that. 3 years ago, I tried to take my own life because I was heavily depressed. I was in a relationship that I didn't want to be in. It was heavily toxic and very, very codependent. And we both decided that it was for a good reason to not keep going anymore, essentially, right? So we just called it quits. So that happened. But before that happened, I had a discussion with my parents about my mental health. I had put my parents in a group chat, just with me and my parents, that's it, just the 3 of us. So I proceed to say, hey, mom and dad, I just wanted to talk to you guys about stuff that's been going on with me. As one kid would to their parents. Unsurprisingly, my dad was super supportive. How it went down was I said to them, my mental health has been taking a very, very bad hit lately, and I don't know what to do but tell you guys that I tried to commit suicide, and I have been having suicidal thoughts, and I am taking medication for it. I am talking to a therapist. I am doing my due diligence to take care of myself, and I haven't had a suicidal thought in years. Well, in a long time. Yeah. The only time I only felt I didn't want to exist, essentially, the family dinner night, everybody was there. There was 16 people there, and I knew all of them. It just felt so very much how I used to feel when I wanted to fit in, and I found myself wishing that I was just normal, so I could enjoy the same things as my siblings, but far from normal. Very, very different from my siblings. It does make me sad that I haven't been able to find any common ground with them. Like, even when it comes to relationships, my world and their world when it comes to dating are completely different planets. Mainly because they're all cisgendered and I am not. It does make me sad that I am so different. I'm not gonna try and be something I'm not. I'm not gonna try and pretend that I am straight because I'm not. I am transgender male and I am bisexual. Now, I have been living back in Edmonton for, I think, let's see, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 years now. Almost going on 6 years now. Because before I had met my ex, I was living in Edmonton for like a year, 2-ish. It was good back then when I moved back home, and like we were all super close. We were all super chill. I don't know what happened. No, that's a lie. I do know what happened. I got into this really, really bad, toxic, bad habit of putting my ex above myself and my family. Like, to me, when I am with my partner, I consider them my family. So I will do everything in my power to show love, show compassion, show understanding. And more often than not, I will forget about myself and I will forget about my family. So living in Edmonton, being in a relationship with my ex definitely drove a wedge between my siblings and I. I found myself talking badly about them with her. And as soon as I recognized that, I stopped. And I realized this person not only driving a wedge in between my family and I, completely ruined my relationship with them. Now, my siblings say that they've forgiven me. They say that, like, it's all, water under the bridge. But there is this air of just tension whenever I see them and whenever they see me. Now, my ex and I haven't been together for years. What I'm about to disclose to you guys is personal. This is what my vlog is for real life personal experiences, what I go through on the daily, and essentially I hope what my message conveys helps people and lets them know, hey, you're not alone out there. You're not going through life alone. You're not the only one. But if you want to be the only one, that's fair too. More power to you. So this had happened after my ex and I had already broken up. We were kind of like going back and forth, being together on and off, not being together, and then deciding maybe not. So that was like a year and a half of that. So this was during that time period. This is all coming full circle with my parents' story and my sibling story, so it'll get to there, trust me. So we are sitting there, Hannah and I, minding my own business, sitting watching TV, and she takes it upon herself to start essentially writing this message to my dad. And it was full of just hate. It was calling them every kind of name in the book, and just saying how poorly that they were treating me, and none of it was true. I'm not too sure why she felt like she had to write this message. She proceeds to let me know, hey, this is the message, blah 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 blah. Should I send it? I was like, no, don't send that shit, man, no. And why are you talking like this about them? We're good. What the Anyway, she's like, okay, yeah. So a few minutes later, something weird happens, and I just kind of brush it off. And then the next day rolls around, and I am at work at this point, and my phone is blowing up. My sibling chat is just going off. I'm like, what the actual is happening right now? And mind you, I'm at work and I'm an assistant manager of this job that I'm at, so I can't really just drop my job and cater to this. Luckily, my manager was there at the time, so I was like, hey, I got some shit that's going down. I just got to deal with this. I'll be in the office, so like if you need me, I'll be here, but like I'm just on my phone right now, so I don't want you to think that I'm not working. I'm just dealing with like life stuff that is heavily bleeding into my work life. So messages keep going in from my sisters and my brother, like, what the dude, you're such this, that, and that. And I'm like, what the heck is happening right now? So like I am like calling my ex at this point. I'm texting her like crazy. She's not picking up her phone. Like hours go by, right? How are you not gonna pick up your phone? Like I am blowing up your phone. What the heck is happening right now? Okay, so next I finally get a message from her saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to send that message. I tried to unsend it as fast as I could. And I was like, what message? So she sends me a screenshot of what she said and had sent to my father, who was in the hospital at this point. I forgot to mention that. He had a third stroke at this point, and she went ahead and sent the message. Now, in her defense, she said that it was by accident. Why did you even write it in the first place? Now, my siblings know at this point, like, we aren't together. But they know that I'm staying with her to help her raise our dog, and so we can just pay off some bills and like save money, essentially, right? We're not together. We're separated at this point. I am livid, like rightfully so. Like I'm even still in shock over this to this day. Honestly, I'm just still in shock. I am like scream texting her, what the actual why would you do this? From that point on, I had to like put out fires left, right, and center that I didn't start. So we say some choice words to each other, say some hurtful things to each other. They ask, why would you even think like this? Like, do you actually feel this way about us? And I said, no, I don't. I mean, like, yeah, you get annoyed at your siblings, you get frustrated at your siblings, but like, that's just like sibling rivalry. That's just like sibling, right? And then I'm like trying to put out the fire. I'm trying to like not be mad at the same time while my siblings are saying like real things to me. So I get home and like I'm trying to like call my sisters and be like, I didn't send this message. This didn't come from me. I don't know why she fucking sent it, but she says it was an accident. And my sister goes, do you really believe that it was an accident? And I was like, no, I don't. I mean, like, sure, maybe it was an accident, but you don't fucking write the message. You delete it. Why did you save it? No, I'm not saying like I was a perfect partner, because I wasn't. I have baggage. I take full responsibility for that, and I do my best to work on that. So how my mom and my dad come to play with that whole message thing about attempted suicide. During that entire conversation, my mother was trying to make it about her. My mom has this weird thing where like if something's wrong and it's not about her, she'll make it about her. She's one of those Karens. This is the person that had actively told people that I died when I came out as transgender. So fast forward to that text that happened before this. Oh no, this text happened after the whole thing, I remember now. So after the whole message debacle, my mom takes it upon herself and she's like, that's why your siblings don't like you. This is why your siblings don't like you. You're an attention whore. You're an attention seeker. And you're narcissistic. Like, squeeze me? Yeah, you should just like not even be a part of it anymore. Just end your life. Just end your life with those pills. I don't want to be associated with your dark world, Gabe. Clearly, this was a mistake. Oh yeah, it was a big mistake. You're just a attention whore. You're always dramatic and sensitive growing up. I don't know what was wrong with you. I tried with you. Were her exact words. Now, this behavior from my mother doesn't surprise me, because she's always behaved that way to me. Yeah, so I'm kind of just like spilling all of my tea right now, because I'm at a place where I just don't give a anymore. I don't. So that happened, and my dad tried his best to pipe in the group, in the 3 people chat. He's like, my son, why would you try to do that? Is there anything that I can do to help you? Like, he was just the perfect, I love my dad. I love my dad to death. And as soon as I become rich and famous, I'm taking care of my dad. I don't care. I'm gonna like pay for everything for my dad. Everything. Because he has helped me through everything. So that is a supportive, dedicated parent. If I don't know, I've only ever had one. And my dad. That's my dad. Oh, sorry. And 2 other people. My grandparents. My dad's parents. My dad's parents are fucking awesome. They're like pretty much like my parents too. My grandma is always there for me. She's always there for me. Even when she didn't have any money, she would send me money. I mean, Grandma, what are you doing? Oh no, you need to eat. You need to eat. I need to make sure you eat. Bless this woman, honestly. My savior, honestly. She was always there whenever I needed her. Still to this day, a 35-year-old man still needs his grandma. I said it, and I'm not ashamed of it. I love my grandparents. As families should take care of one another, you know? Like, yeah, no, I have been struggling these past few years because, like, I had to put my dog down. Like, wow. Anyway, that was a whole show in itself. Like, that was last year, too. And then so my life has just kind of been like this big jumbled up weird ball of stuff, and I'm slowly untangling the tangled up Christmas lights that it is. And it's interesting to see who sticks around. The more I become, or the more I allow myself to be happy, to do things for myself, to genuinely be me and be happy, I find myself being like alone a lot more. As weird as that is, but they do say when you do focus more on yourself, people will see that as selfish, and people just like well, the right people will gravitate towards you, but they're gonna be in less volumes than what you were trying to do before. My life is crazy, yo. But I'm pretty sure everybody else's life is crazy. Is it? Because if it wasn't, like, it would be boring, right? So I don't have a relationship with my mother. My dad, we do. Super grateful for this guy. He believes in me. He loves me. He accepts me unconditionally, and that is what a parent should do. Like, you get given this gift, a kid, and then you make it your life mission to bully your kid. Like, I never really had any bullies going through school and middle school and high school. Like, when I came home from school, I was bullied by my mother. And some of my siblings would, like, they kind of learn quickly, like, yeah, no, that's not cool. Like, Gabe didn't do anything to us. Like, why is he getting punished? I don't know. Oh, maybe it's because I look like my dad. Let's beat him a little bit. Just because he looks like his dad. Just beat him up. Make us feel better. Yes, I would get beat because I look like my dad. My mom hated her life that much, she would beat me. Why wasn't child services called? Because we were living with my grandparents. Should I have been taken away from my mother? Probably. Yeah, looking at it now, I probably should have been. Yeah, but here we are. I didn't die. As much as she likes to tell people that I'm dead. I'm not dead. Very much alive. Very much kicking. And if I see you, I'm probably gonna kick you. Yeah, that's the least I can do for that you put me through, Shauna. I can't wait for this wedding, honestly. It's gonna be so great. So, now I'm not saying like I was a perfect child, but I was a child. Growing up with my mom wasn't fun. I hated going home after school. I hated it so much because I knew I was gonna get it. I knew if I didn't have my homework done, or I knew like if anything can set her off, I was gonna get beat, even if it wasn't my fault. And she wonders why I don't want to talk to her. Like, seriously? Like, oh, just let it go, Gabe. It happened like in the past and you're just carrying it with you all the time. Okay. So you were beat too? No, you weren't? I am leaving it in the past, but you know what I'm also doing as well? I am making a gateway and helping people who have gone through the same that I have gone through. If anybody else has had parents, comment below. Sorry, parent. Not to say that, like, she didn't have help, because she did. She had my grandparents. They paid for everything. So I'ma just like let all my laundry hang out and let y'all see it because it's beautiful. My life is beautiful. Honestly, it is. And y'all get a front row seat to it. Doing my best to live my best life. And unfortunately, it does exclude some family members. But you know what? It is what it is, and I'm gonna take it for what it is. Nothing. Now, I know people are gonna be like, but like, that's your mom. Like, she gave birth to you. Yeah, I respect my mom for giving birth to me. Respect, for sure. Yes, thank you. I humbly am thanking you for bringing me into this world. Thank you. Having said that, though, being your emotional punching bag up until I was about 18, not fun. I didn't ask for that, nor did I deserve it. But you did it anyway, so here we are. How do you feel? Like, good, because I did too. It's funny too, because like my siblings have been like, yeah, every time mom talks about you, she cries. Yeah, she should, because she did some up shit. That's why she's crying. Is that supposed to make me feel sorry for her? Because that's, no. I'm done feeling sorry for somebody that makes themselves a victim every time. This is so great. This is like therapy for me. I feel so great just like letting it all out. I'm gonna do this all the time, you guys. I love this. Okay, more, okay. She did manage to do like one nice thing for me when I was growing up though. She did plan a surprise party for me. This was before she like kind of lost. But she did throw a surprise birthday for me, which was very, very nice. And I cried because it was beautiful. And it made me feel like she actually loved me. Let's see what happened. Sorry, I got distracted. It was really funny. Anyway, what were we talking about? I don't remember. That's fine. Airing out my dirty laundry is really fun. Because not only do I get to clean the air, I also get to clear my brain and my heart. Win-win. Win-win. And if y'all come for me in the comments being like, oh, you're just having a pity party, blah, 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 blah. Did your parent used to beat you too? If so, I'm sorry. Whoever hurt you isn't here now. It's okay. I highly recommend you get therapy if you even utter the words pity party. Because this is not a pity party. This is a confession. A very, very big confession. Both of some kind. Not in a church. So, if you're thinking about being your child, don't. Just don't, okay? So, I have more dirty laundry that I will air. But that'll be enough for today, kids. Enough for today. So, I highly urge you all to just have some self-reflection today. And if you've been mean to people for no reason, I strongly urge you to connect with them and apologize. Because you never know. That could turn their whole fucking world around. It's just apologizing. Alright? Alright, y'all. This is Gabe signing off from the Skeleton Crew. Be kind. Bye.